What's up, guys? Barrygaming here, back with some more Infinite Magicraid, and today I wanted to kind of talk about what's been going on in the discussions in the community, because a lot of people have been like kind of disheartened, and with good reason, kind of upset with the pay-to-win events we've had lately. I'm kind of in this weird position where I'm used to DH Games' games, so I'm kind of used to how the event structures typically are, but a lot of players are coming from like Raid, Epic 7, I think like Summoner's War or something like that is very similar too, and they're not used to the event style and the event rotation that a game like this typically has. But I can also understand the frustration of seeing pay to win everywhere, like all over the place in the game, and trying to figure out what you do as a early game player, especially as a free to play. So today I want to talk about the events that we've kind of had going on, and value-wise compare it to what it would be like if you instead spent those diamonds on something like, you know, just straight up excellent runes and going for wish events to get some bonus rewards. There's also been a lot of people like, why am I waiting 3 days to do wishes? I'm just going to do them now for progress. It's about all the bonus loot. Is the bonus loot worth it though? Let's go over it. Let's talk about it. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Let's get going. First off, we can kind of take a look at the existing event going on, the ice skating event. This is the big one. We can like really compare apples to apples as far as what your diamonds would actually get you. Now, if you go into this event and your goal is to get a legend hero, let's just talk about a guaranteed legend hero, whether we're talking about summons or we're talking about an event like this where we can get a Sigmund copy at around round 16. Now, it's very similar to the dice game we had the previous week. I think it was a little bit harder for a free-to-play player to get there. But again, you got to realize you're basically getting event coins. So how many event coins would you come away with? 10, 20, or sorry, not 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like 8,000 event coins. Not bad. You'd come away with a couple, probably like 3 4-star food heroes. You'd come away with 1 single mythic hero shard. And then you'd also be coming away with one of these Phantom Eyes and a Supreme Rune. Beyond that, you would probably get to, if we take a look right now, gonna probably double what our current rewards are, maybe even more. So you would be getting 5 more mythic shards from this. You'd be getting, of course, the advanced skill scrolls, some basic ones, the elite ones, and some other random loot. Now, as far as value goes for going for mythic heroes, obviously this is the better choice. But when we take into consideration 13,000 diamonds, which takes a long time to save up, well, would you be better off just using these, because it's what, like 180-ish or so to get there? How many scrolls, or how many runes I should say, can you get for that? So for 11 of them it's 1,200. So let's do some calculations real quick. 13,000 diamonds, divide that by 12. Oops, no, that's bad math. Divide that by 1,200. That's 10.8, multiply that by 11 excellent runes. You're coming away with about 120 excellent runes. Now, at first glance, that doesn't sound amazing because, like I said, you're not going to guarantee a legend hero. And by the rates, the way that I've seen, I've almost hit the pity timer on every summon everywhere except I think Supreme Wish. My Miracle Wish, all 600 summons hit the pity timer. One beat it by like 3 summons, which is why you see this off just a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. You're close to guaranteeing a legend hero, which is good. But the best part about going for excellent runes, especially in the early game, is the sheer amount of food you're going to need to awaken all of your heroes. So essentially what that food is turning into, because you're basically guaranteed 1 4-star per 10 pull, and the rest are all going to be 3 stars at the very least. You could high roll more 4 stars, but on average, every single 10 pull is going to net you 1.5 4-star heroes. 2.5 4-star heroes, which means you're going to need to do about 25 excellent rune wishes to get a to get a 5-star hero to turn into food. That's not bad, because if it's 25 and you have about 120 divided by the 25, you're going to come away with about 5 stars worth, or five stars worth of food, potentially more, and potentially with a legend hero. So I think at the very least in the early game, going for events is really not something you should do free to play. The events are nice if you save up over time. But this also comes into the second part I want to talk about, and that is the way DH Games does their events in other games and how to get around that mental block, because at the end of the day, it's going to be pay to win. Sadly, that's how every one of DH Games' game is. If you're looking for a super friendly free-to-play game, this probably isn't it. But again, I'm literally spending like all my time offline. I have private chats with a lot of the DH Games community managers and developers. I am complaining to them on a daily basis, multiple times, to the point where I'm surprised they haven't actually disconnected my private chats with them. So let's talk about that next. I do want to take 1 second though and just talk about it, because I've seen a lot of complaints on Discord. I've even seen complaints in my YouTube comments and even on my Reddit comments. Like, everybody's like, Barry, I can't believe you support this. I'm not saying I support this by any means, and I hope it doesn't come across as like complacency or something. Like, I understand the way DH Games makes their games. I've played every single one of them for 3 to 4 years. I understand what they go through, and I understand what the developers are willing to do and not willing to do for the sake of money as well, and the profitability of the game. Every single one of them are pretty heavily towards the pay-to-win side of things, Idle Heroes being their main flagship. It just kind of is what it is. As time goes on, they do make things a lot more free-to-play friendly, but right out the gate, whenever a new system, new currency, new power level, anything like that, is always gated behind very heavy pay to win. And I literally spend my days and mornings, because of course they're from China, so our times are different. I spend my late nights and my very early mornings at like 3-4 a.m. talking to the community managers on a daily basis in the Discords, the private chats, not necessarily anything public you guys can see, but the sheer amount of things that I give them for feedback, changes they should make to the game, all these different things to help both free to play, make it a little less spendy for the big spenders out there, because there's a big spender follower in a lot of their games that don't care how much money it spends, but at the same time, they don't want to get screwed over just because, you know? So I hope you guys understand that. I am on your side, trust me. I talk to all the community managers in all of the DH games constantly that pass feedback along to developers, and we've actually seen quite a few of those changes in like Idle Heroes come to fruition, which was very, very nice. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I would add just a recap here. I would probably go for Excellent Runes over any of these events right now. Just see the events as bonus loot, but you're not going to get anything really good out of them right now. So sadly, it is how it is. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, and make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I'm going to keep fighting for you. Don't worry. I'll see you guys next time.